All right, welcome back to another issue of Let's Grill Dave, where you ask the tough questions and I give you the real honest answers. I've heard that equal housing inspectors or testers are very active. How do I know that my property management company is not going to get me in hot water by making some stupid mistake and then calling it discrimination, and the feds come looking for the owner, who is me? Well, that's a very good question, because there are what they call testers out there, and there are people that will call you on the phone or come to your place of business and want to rent an apartment, and maybe they'll come in a text message. Maybe they'll want to come in. I can wait. Maybe they'll want to come in and there will be a couple. Let's say you've got an Asian couple and they come in, and let's say they're around 25 years old and they have a child with them and they want to see a unit. You go out, you show them the unit, and then you come back and you take their application. Later that day, another race comes in, but the exact same demographics. About 20, 25 years old, they have a child with them and they want to see a unit. Well, if for any reason you do not let one of those two in and you have available units and you let the other one in, then that is discrimination. And if you do discriminate, you're going to be in big trouble. It's a minimum of a $10,000 fine. You shouldn't discriminate, namely because it's just not right to do. But number two, it's not a good business practice. So, you can go to the HUD website, HUD website, and there's a free video on discrimination and how not to discriminate. So go to that website, and number one, you watch it, and number two, you can have it sent to you for free. Number two, if you've got anybody answering your phones, you have them watch it too, and make sure they watch it at least every 6 months so they know what you can discriminate against, because there are actually things you can discriminate against, namely people with pets, people with criminal records. There's a good list. And there's also a couple of things on that list that will give you good reasons to, when you have that gut feeling that you don't want to let somebody into your apartment, when you're taking an application, or when your management company's taking an application, and it just doesn't seem right to you, well, always trust your gut, all right? And find a reason on that legal discrimination list on why you can discriminate. But also on that website, you'll see the 10 major items that you cannot discriminate against. And if you discriminate against somebody because of these, then that's when you get hit with the big problem. So simple way to resolve this. Do business the right way, and you don't have to worry about the testers. I've been doing business for 14 years now, and I have no idea if I've ever had a tester call or come into my office. Or back then, remember, I started this out of a one-bedroom apartment, and I was in that apartment for my first 3 years in business. And then I moved over to a single-family house where my business was above my garage. And then I finally had an office about 4 or 5 years into this business over in Brockton, Massachusetts. So I have not had anybody either call or come to my home office. I didn't have actually anybody come to my home office ever. But I never had anybody come or call and say they were a tester. So I don't know if it ever actually happened. So that's the deal with testers. Do business the right way, you will not get in trouble. See you next time on Let's Grill Dave.